Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to another episode of War of the Visions. And today is Monday, so Monday news, and I know those of you probably wondering what happened to me while I haven't put out any videos, why didn't I stream? Well, after I work on Thursday, I was really tired, and my fiance had to work Saturday and Sunday, so I decided I want to spend some time with her on Friday. But since I don't have 1,000 subscribers, I do not have access to the instant message board in which I can communicate with the viewership. It's kind of unfortunate because, you figure they will give that option to folks maybe around 250, 500 subscribers. But I felt it was kind of odd to make a video saying that I'm not making videos, right? That seems counterproductive. But I figured, I just want to take Friday off, period. And then Saturday, I was about to make a video, but then I felt really nauseous and got really kind of sick. Could have been a mild case of food poisoning or something. And pretty much we cleaned out our fridge and we're starting fresh to make sure that we don't have to deal with any of that stuff again. So today I want to go over a lot of news, but actually not a whole lot of news in terms of War of the Visions, at least not for this upcoming week. But I do have a lot of personal news to share, and of course a lot of other things that I want to share with you in terms of how I'm progressing in War of the Visions. We're going to be back on track this week and we're going to get things rolling. Let's begin with Monday news. Wow, so yeah, not a whole lot of news. In fact, it's almost even not worth talking about, but unfortunately I have to talk about it because there's really nothing else to talk about. I was going to make a video of me not having nothing to talk about, but then again, that seems counterproductive because why would I make a video to show that I have nothing to talk about? Anyways, that was actually kind of a joke, but another dad joke for the day. Alright, so basically you get your standard 2,500 gems. At this point we kind of like getting used to it, and of course you get some nice free items, and that's great. Campaign for arena, of course you double normal medals. Most people don't think too much and don't probably care about it because it's not really that big of a deal. So let's go over some news regarding this channel and regarding my account. First and foremost, I want to thank Cabbage for giving me a big shout out on his recent video. He really enjoyed my Friday Free Thinking series. And the fact that he actually took the week and the time to make a video, sort of like, I guess you can say parody, or maybe he's just wanting to make something different on his channel. And he really enjoyed FFT. And ironically enough, I was that one Friday that I couldn't make a video because obviously I had to work the previous night. And it's just been a very tough weekend for me in terms of health, I guess. But I'm good at it now, and I'm drinking lots of water. I'm back at it, so I'm doing pretty well. And again, I want to give a big shout out to him for a big shout out for me on his channel. So I appreciate that 100%. He's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers in terms of covering War of the Visions, among a few others, of course. But I'm really glad that the community is sticking together and bonding together as one cohesive unit, so to speak, progressing nicely in terms of helping everyone just have a great time playing this wonderful game. And I do want to thank him for that. And then of course I did make some summons. I did not actually summon for Kane, but I did end up summoning for the Demon Wall, which obviously I was happy with it because they made it that is guaranteed if you just spend 10,000. Unfortunately I did have to spend 10,000. As you can see, I've been trigger Whimsy like crazy. I'm 2 shards away from 3-starring it, and of course I actually have not even looked into buying any of the shards from the shop, and that's kind of been my strategy lately, is just ignore the shop as much as Diablos. Nah, I don't really need that card right now anyways. So as you can see, I haven't even touched it, so that's another 75, which essentially means I only need 50, and I have 2 weeks left. And I've been triggering like the women's shop like crazy because I've been farming the Trials of Reckoning, and that is actually as tedious as the raid. Maybe not as hard as the raid and not as engaging in a sense, because you have to trigger raids and then you have to perhaps play with others in multi. But this Trial of Reckoning, you just play by yourself and take the time to do it, hoard all your tickets and do it all in one day if you wanted to. But mostly I've been just trying to do a little bit at it per day to keep my sanity. And actually, what is this? I didn't even realize. Oh wow, that's terrible. If this was like a +3, if this was a +3, I would spend 1,000 gems without even thinking about it. But it's not, right? But I'm at a +4 right now. So pretty much essentially 32 recipes in, 31 recipes in. So I just need another 32 and I should be done. But it's getting pretty tedious. And I guess that's okay, right? Because end of the day, like, you know, it's a journey. And I know a lot of people look at it as using the term grindy and things like that. But I just look at it in terms of that it is just a journey, right? You kind of like, you're essentially participating in role playing in that aspect. You're working hard to get, you know, something that you're looking in this game. And as you can see, I got the +2, I got a +2. I already combined 2 +1s. So I think that's all I have right now because I currently set it up under rarity. So therefore I have a +3. So a +3 is 15, right? So I have 14 recipes here plus 18. So that is 32. So I'm exactly at a +4. Now, from my studies, 32 is essentially a +4, which is the best you can have in terms of a spear weapon if you decide to maximize everything on the +4. But I'm trying to go for a +5, even though I know I don't have cane, but it's just a wonderful spear for any of your users. And I decided that since I'm not going for cane, I have to have some spear users to best take advantage of the card and the spear itself. So I decided to go ahead and limit break Victoria to 4, as you can see. And I think I'm gonna stop her kind of right now. Like, I won't go hard on farming the nodes anymore. And if I get extra copies for it, that's fine. But I think eventually I want to give myself a little leeway, because by the time the new EX Job 25 hits, I want to make sure I convert all the future shards into those tokens, which you will need in order to get to level 120. So I think that's my strategy going forward. I don't plan on going too hard and building any level 99 for the next 3 months, which is fine because every single day I can just keep farming hard nodes on units that I want to work on for the future, and then just keep farming the nodes slowly, obviously. And then if I feel like I'm approaching too close to 200 on limit break 4 on those, or limit break 5 on those units, I'll go ahead and just skip to a different unit. And right now I'm not working on any lower rarity units and just anticipating for those rocks, gems, whatever you want to call it, in order to convert those units to limit break 5, or excuse me, awakening limit 6. And I think there's another unit. Ah, yes, of course. There's a reason why I hit Earth. So Eileen, I was a huge fan of Eileen when I first started this game because I found out she hits very, very hard. But everything turns out that her agility is really slow. And everybody says she's slow, she sucks, she's like one of the worst units in the game, yada, yada, yada. The fact that she has really good range in terms of damage, you can actually send her in the back and keep her at a slow speed. But as soon as she gets enraged, because the rest of your units are engaging in battle, she can just go in and do like massive cleanup work. Like literally one-shot your enemy's entire unit, or perhaps your enemy's entire team. And I think that's kind of how she was designed. And plus, she just looks so cool. You know, a pink hair, red hair girl with goggles. That's like a nerd's dream, right? I mean, like when we were little kids, we always dreamed about, you know, girls in goggles. Maybe that was just me, but either way, I really like her. And I think seeing some of the footage, the fact that her agi did get a little boost at level 120, I kind of like, you know, make her become more attractive, right? Not that she wasn't attractive as is with this physique that she got going on. All right, so that's kind of like my main biggest terms of changes that I'm making on this account, and not simply just randomly summoning for units. And one of the flaws of this game currently is we don't really know how we're going to be dealing with exclusive or limited units in terms of getting them to EX. Do we have to wait for those units to come around on their banner again in order to access them? Now, I know in the barracks in the future we can farm any unit in the game, period, regardless if they're limited. But that still may take ages to do so, right? It may take you like a year. So I have Agrias, I have Orlando, I have Warrior of Light, I have all those units I need to get to 120 because I love those units. So we don't know how that's going to work. So again, I'll save my reservations for that topic when it does come up. And this is one of the reasons why I decided not to go for Kane. I could easily get Kane. I just didn't feel like it because I realized I don't know what's going to happen. you know. And the thing is, the Trial Reckoning, it allows me to gain access to all of those job spheres, right? All of his tier, I think tier 4 and tier 5 job spheres. So I'm okay with the fact that I'm getting them anyways. But remember, in order to get the EX25, how many of those job spheres do you need to get to job 25? We've seen some of the footage already on the JP coverage YouTubers. They're saying you need a lot of those job spheres, and not every job's available in terms of expansion. So I just didn't feel like having a level 99 Kane running around, somewhat just being weaker than my other 120 units when the time comes. So that was my major reasoning for not really summoning for him. I still enjoy him though. I do love the character, his design, the fact that he's doing his buffs, his damage. He's just an overall great unit. But you know, when the time comes back again, I can always try to get him later. So I do want to finish this video with some summons. I do have some summons saved up. I haven't been doing my dailies in anticipating that I'll be returning to making more videos this week. And I figure I want to start a video with a bang. And then of course, it was further solidified based on the idea that there weren't much things to be talking about in terms of topics. So I don't know how many I have. Let's just go ahead and see what I get. I'm still hesitant about buying one of those unit selector tickets because there's no unit that I'm desiring. I'm still gonna like the philosophy that if units fall in my lap, I'll work on them. If they don't, there's no reason to go out and seek them, right? And even vision cards, I think a lot of them are pointless in the sense that you don't need them because you might as well just stick with the MR quality. Unless you're Krakening, there's no reason to go for the best of everything. Because Krakens are going to go for the best of everything, because that's what they do. But for the majority of us, you have to understand, you cannot compete against a lot of other individuals who just outspin you, right? And so why try hard in the sense that you know you're never going to approach that level? Just stick to min-maxing of what the best you can do on your account. That's the way I look at it. Change! Vistral. Not gonna build him because I don't like the way he's designed. He kind of reminds me of that character from Final Fantasy 15, is it? I forgot his name. He was the one that's part of the four dudes. You know, they're driving around in the car. What was his name? Raccoon? Not Raccoon. Ah man, I can't remember his name. He's like the main character. Oh man, it's like the tip of my tongue. Oh well, I'm sure you guys will put that in the comments section below. I actually had that unit. That's when I first started playing the Alchemist Code. Final Fantasy 15 collaboration. I was able to summon him, but then I realized I didn't work on his job stuff. I didn't get his job up because I didn't do all the quests. And then of course, as the game progressed, he started sucking. He started dropping in terms of power. And I was like, alright, it's time to walk away from the Alchemist Code. Adelard. Here we go. I'm getting no luck today, huh? No love, guys. No love. But you know what? The thing is, like, you have to enjoy the game you want to enjoy, right? Don't let the game dictate how you want to enjoy the game. And ultimately, play the game how you want to play. And I'm deciding to play the game I want to play. And that is, I don't really care about maxing out everything. I don't care about building every unit. I just want to build the ones I love. And talk about the game in that sense. I would love for these two to be turned into URs. And right now on JP, they're giving out like guaranteed tickets on URs every single day for 30 days. That's insanity. That's 30 times 4. That's like 1,200 shards. I guess that's a good way to push for the new job. Yeah, sorry. Change, please. This is not looking good, folks. The luck is not on my side. All right, here we go. Actually, it should be one more. I think today is like day 12. Yes, there should be one more. Yep, day 12. There we go. All right, we got 30 unlucky ones. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, no gold. All right, definitely not luck. There's no luck. There's not a lot of luck in this 40 runs. I'm actually gonna spend some of my rare tickets. Why not, right? What else do I gotta lose? Well, maybe I can save them for future units. Because I think Sakura is kind of attractive, right? She's kind of cool. Because she's a light unit, and I really enjoy light and dark units. I know what you're thinking, why didn't you get Kang since she's a dark unit? I already explained myself, so. Is there one more? Oh man, it is one more, alright. Lucky number 50 roll. So 50 summons I just done. And by the way, these are the new guys I'm trying to collect. I don't know if you can see them. They're so cool. They're from Mega Constructs. They used to be called Mega Blocks. So they're like a competitor against Lego, which I love to collect, but I never got into Masters of Universe or He-Man action figures, you know, because I'm a kind of a vintage action figure collector. But these things are so cool. I have the entire collection of the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from that line. And you know, they're just so well designed for such a tiny little figure, so detailed. I mean, it's amazing what technology can do in terms of toys. And of course, they're, you know, Lego size, and they're easier to store, and on top of it, takes less space, so much easier to display. Wow, there's been zero luck on these 50 rolls. It is what it is. And I think that's plenty of time for this video. So that's all the time for this video. I want to thank y'all for the watching and the continued support. And like I said, in the future, if anything happens to me, hopefully I'll hit 1,000 subscribers soon. So therefore I can... Wait, what is this? One time you are guaranteed 10x summons. Summon may be retried once. What? You could do it twice? I didn't even see this. I guess it is something in the card. I'll probably take a shot at this though, because, well, the thing is, do I really care, right? Glaciala, Howlet, yeah, they're great. But, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing it. I think I'm much better saving my... Well, you get 4, so that's 100... That's 120 shards for 2,000. So that's gambling though, you know? Like, this is not good if you got 4 like Medianas, right? That would be like completely done. We'll see what happens. You cannot cancel or get your previous result while summoning. You cannot undo your final summon results. So it looks like you can summon and then you can resummon again if you didn't like the results, which is not too bad, right? Maybe I'll give that a shot. Anyways, that's all the time for this video. I want to thank you all for the continued support, obviously. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully hopefully sooner than later, then I'll have the ability to communicate with you guys rather than just relying on making videos. And you know, if something happens to me in terms of getting sick or something like that, it'll be a quick instant. It's kind of like Instagram, even though I know not everybody that follows this channel follows me on Instagram. So that's definitely a feature I'm looking forward to unlocking for the YouTube channel. But anyways, take care of yourself, all your loved ones. I hope your luck has been great. And I know there's not a lot of topics to cover this week. So I tried to maybe squeeze in some PvP action and arena action, whatever, and just kind of fill in the gap. I'll try my best to think of some topics that will engage you guys in conversations. So, all right, Nashtaters family out of here. Peace.